Here we are, Comfort, Breeze, Complacency, episode 21. Today we got the man, Brad Kraut. We met at Zoo Culture. It was like a month ago now. I just walked up to him after his 100-mile race with Kyle and NELK and congratulated him and said if you ever want to do something together, just let me know. And he said he had a swim event coming up, 24-hour swim stream. So I told him my kind of resume of swimming and Moab and Africa cycling, and then he said, would you want to help coach? And since then, I've kind of been Coach Nick, and we've been, in and out for 3 weeks now, training every day, and living outside his house in the bus, and got the half marathon done, then flew to Atlanta, pushed Crippling Drew, and here we are. Now today we ran, do you want to tell them what we did today? Well, first for this pod, we're going to go over kind of Brad's 100-mile race, kind of just a mindset on that, and just kind of who Brad is. I'm sure everybody watching knows who Brad is, but
I don't even know if – I feel like a lot of people act like, dude, I haven't talked and sat down on a podcast since college. Because in college I had a podcast.
Well, you did Full Send Pod.
Yeah, but that wasn't – I didn't talk about myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, I haven't really talked about – my life and who I am and where I come from since college, honestly. And I feel like now I'm ready to kind of talk about who I am, outside of what people see, online. Obviously that's a big part of what I do. And, I've been posting content for 10 plus years on socials. And it's, now living out the dream, living it was something I've always wanted to do. And it's now the reality of I'm living it right now.
You're living it.
Living it. But I just want to say, shout out, obviously, I don't know if your people watching whatever, if Coach Nick, were you ever called Coach?
No, not until you. The first time I ever been called Coach was Coach Nick. But then now, we were in the airport the other day, and there's that 7-on-7 team behind us, and the kids behind us yelled, Coach, to their coach. And I'm looking around I'm responding to Coach now.
Yeah, but, it's been a blessing having Coach Nick around. I love surrounding myself with beasts, and, I've always wanted to do, hard shit, but, I never was actually, truly committed to doing it. I've always been working out, always have been pushing myself, but not to this next level, which we'll talk about. But having Coach around and hearing his resume of, Moab 240, swimming 72 hours straight, 70 miles, cycling across New Mexico, the United States, through Africa, all of these adventures that he's done. I mean, I would love to eventually sit down and do a podcast with you about that, when that day comes. But just having him around and having him not only as a coach, but just as a friend and just being there, for all this training that we were doing, especially leading up to the 13.1 mile swim.
Yeah, half marathon.
Dude, he'd obviously sleep outside, in his bus, but every morning we'd fucking wake up at 5 a.m.
3 workouts a day. Yeah.
What'd you say?
3 workouts a day.
Yeah, 3 workouts a day. We'd start running. After, fuel up. We hit the pool. We'd weight train. We'd go out and we'd stream. We'd do some 12, 13-hour stream days. But I wouldn't be able to do any of this without Coach. And I truly mean that. Having someone there that has been there, done that by my side, waking up every day with me to go and push me. I feel blessed. I feel so grateful to have met someone like yourself. And these last 4 weeks have been fucking
all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes, and just incredible.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Just being able to wake up every day and just fucking put in those daily deposits together. It's been awesome. But appreciate you, having me on your podcast and No, super, like, bro, he has all this stuff. This is all his equipment. Like, he has it just in his van. Just like in the bus. Pulls it out, sets it up, and now we're here
Ripping
chatting.
It. Yeah. Well, no, I came down to the States I'm dual citizen, so I came from Canada down to like LA to try and, make connections with people and find more like-minded people that like to do the things I do with content and athletics. And yeah, meeting you, it's been like, as much as I've helped with some of the swimming and things, you've helped with, the content side, seeing like a master class black belt doing, content and networking. I always say I'm just like smiling every day with the people you go up to and have a random conversation with somebody at the sushi place and end up making a connection, or like in the airport. It's just been, it's been awesome. And like I said, that resume that Brad just gave of me through like Moab, and every single person that he's introduced me to, he runs through the whole resume. Just very selfless guy. So no, it's been a privilege, dude. I appreciate all the opportunities and the training. And like I said, just spend all day with somebody who likes to get after it. It's what I've been looking for. So hell yeah.
Appreciate you.
But do you kind of want to, I guess, just give a quick recap of, how you came up and kicked the sheets and everything until kind of now, and then we can get into the 100 and things like that.
100%. Wow, I don't even know where to fucking start with this. Because, dude, I could yap for so long about all this shit. I got to learn how to, like, condense it.
Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, I got to figure out a Cliff Notes, but I'm just going to yap and see where it goes, right? I started posting content started posting content seriously when I was about 15 in high school. I was watching YouTubers like Christian Guzman. He runs Alpha Land, was definitely a pioneer within like the fitness bodybuilding space, and loved his content, not only for the fitness, but seeing how like fitness and his bodybuilding shows kind of fueled his entrepreneurial endeavors. And I loved watching like how raw he was in his content, like in YouTube style vlogs. And there was one specific video of his that I was watching when I was 15 years old. It was a video of him at like a meetup. I don't know if it was for like a Gymshark meetup, because he used to work with Gymshark originally. What the meetup was, but he was standing like this, and there were just like thousands of people in line to meet him because of the direct impact that he's had on those people's lives. And when I was 15, I remember watching that video and just like telling myself, like, I want to be able to have an impact like that one day. And then from that point on, I started a fitness page with my best friend from home, Ben, and we called ourselves B&B Fitness. We like got gym memberships at like the local gym. My football season ended, and I remember him texting me like, yo, since football season ended, like, let's get memberships at this gym and like get jacked. I was like, all right, bet. Because we were both like pretty hockey guys, pretty bigger guys. And man, we started this fitness page, and obviously when you start something, at first, there's a lot of people that troll, hate, like, yo, doubt it. What are these two high school kids doing?
And Holmes, PA.
Yeah, from Bucks County, PA. And I just remember, like 18 weeks into our journey, we got fucking shredded, and people were like, holy fuck, like these kids,
it's working,
it's legit. And then kind of from there, I went to Penn State, but also in high school too, like had the fitness page, did well. We didn't sell programs. I made like a program that we completed and got results. And then to help like market and grow the page, I offered the program to people, but they would have to post my transformation on their Instagram story and tag B&B Fitness and tell their followers, like, go follow. And once they would do that, I would send them the program. Dude, I sent that out to probably like 350 to 400 people in high school.
Damn.
It's pretty wild. And then at the same time, we made B&B Fitness shirts. So I remember I would go to the graphics arts room in high school. All the teachers, like, bro, I loved like school. Like, all right, I didn't love the actual aspect of like learning algebra and shit.
Like
I just
the
love
networking and
the networking and just like being in class and like talking to friends, talking to the teachers. Like, I just love people, man. So like, teachers fucking loved me. So like, I remember the graphics arts guy. I went up to him and I told him about B&B Fitness and how I want to make t-shirts. Bro would let me just come into the graphics art room. I bought like 100 tees off him. And we had a logo. Shout out to Nick Gallo. One of our buddies made our logo, XXBB Fitness. Dude, and we just printed. I would just go in there during class. Like, I would tell my teacher, yo, I'm going to go print like our B&B Fitness shirts. We'd I would go into his room and just be stamping shirts during class. And I remember we made about like 110 of them. We sold out of all of them. And then we donated like half the proceeds to a charity, which was really cool. And that was like in high school, you know? So I've always like been very ambitious and like entrepreneurial. And then come senior year of high school, I took Gary Vee to fucking heart about the shit of where, you know, Gary Vee's preaching like, who gives a fuck what your parents say? Like, go do whatever you want. Like, don't listen to anyone. Like, you do you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, fuck it. So I created a fucking alter ego in senior year of high school called Backwards Hat Brad, where like right now, you're talking to Brad. I put on these glasses and a backwards hat, and it's like a fucking WWE wrestler. It's like a fucking full-on like alter ego where I go fucking like nuts. And yeah, I was in a phase of that for a while, and my friends and family were like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? And honestly, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just like trying to gain attention and traction like on social media. Yeah. And just like kind of like showing people too, like I literally don't give a flying fuck what you think about me. I'm just going to do me. And very soon that phase kind of fizzled out as I, you know, applied to Penn State, got into Penn State. And then, yeah, ended up going to college. Went to Penn State University, 4 years, public relations major, communications degree. And at Penn State, I feel like this was kind of like the point in my life where I was going to a big university. There was a lot of opportunity going to a school with like 30, 40,000 students. And my mindset as a senior in high school was, I'm going to go to this school, and by the time that I graduate, everyone on this fucking campus is going to know who Brad Kraut is. That's the mindset that I went into college with. Not I'm just going to get all A's in my classes or get a 4.0 GPA. It was like, I'm going to have 30, 40,000 people on this campus know who the fuck I am. And right off rip, I get an internship, a marketing internship as a freshman. I remember I went to the communication school and I told them, I was like, yo, like, I want to get internship experience right now. Like, I don't care if I haven't taken any classes. I want experience now. And you know what they told me? Like, oh, well, you haven't taken this class or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So I then get connected to like an alumni that was working on this like startup app, and they had like a bunch of like campus reps all around. App was called like 20. It was a social app. And I ended up interviewing for it. And they brought me on. I was the only freshman. So I was the only freshman. I was working with juniors and seniors on campus, which was really cool because I was new to campus. So I already had like resources to kind of help guide me through, you know, freshman year. Yeah. If I had any questions, I go to them. And then, yeah, I just put on like marketing initiatives around campus to get people to download the app. Like 3-on-3 basketball tournament I would do. And like in order to enter, you had to have the app. I would do like bar tickets. So like, if you download the app and like, you know, make a group or whatever, like I'll give you a free drink ticket. And then I was, you know, I would definitely say I was like a well-known popular freshman on campus. And like I already had connections to like a ton of Greek life and the frats and the parties. So I was always around like all the hot chicks too. So like every group that I was in, I would just have them download the fucking app. Yeah. And like we all like communicated through that app, which was pretty cool. And that was a great experience. And then also freshman year, I became a brand ambassador to start for my buddy, actually from Bucks County too, from my hometown who I went to high school with. He was 2 years older though. But he was starting a Sherpa-lined jean company. Oh, yeah. Called Jerpa Jeans lined with Sherpa. Concept came from people being cold at tailgates, so they would wear leggings, linings under their jeans. Yeah. So he was like, all right, why don't I create something fashionable that has Sherpa, and you don't even need to do that anymore. You don't even layer your jeans. Thought the concept was so fucking cool. So when he made the post about looking for like campus ambassadors, I was like, yo, I'm in. Like, let's do it. And then I remember the jeans ended up coming in like a month or two later, and I went down to his apartment, take my pants off, put on these fucking jeans, pop a squat in them, and I look at it and I go, bro, these have serious fucking potential. I went back to my fucking dorm. I start showing every kid these jeans. Dude, next thing you know, I sold like 40 pairs in the span of like 48 hours. And every person that would buy them, I'd go down.
Tell their friends.
I would go down to my buddy's apartment. I would go pick them up. I would come back. I'd be like, Jerpa. I would be filming on my phone. I'd be like, Jerpa jeans going out to Nick. And boom. I would fucking throw them the jeans. They'd be like, whoa, Jerpa, fuck yeah, let's go. And then I'd put it up on my story and tag them. And then next thing you know, my stories are just filled with like, Nick, Ryan, Jamie, bang, 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 bang. And now every person that's following me is like, what the fuck is this Jerpa shit? Who the fuck is this Brad Kraut Jerpa guy, right? And then from there, I was a bouncer at one of the popular bars too. And Barstool Sports was there one time. And I connected to HQ Spider, who works for Barstool. Yeah. Got his number, told him about Jerpa. And then next thing you know, I like sent him a pair, and he sent a video in the Barstool headquarters like wearing Jerpa. And like as a freshman in college, to see that was so fucking cool.
Directly related from you.
Yeah, like it was fucking, like that was so sick. I remember like he sent the video, I was freaking out after. It was a really, really cool experience. And then after freshman year, second half of freshman year, I ended up rushing, pledging a frat. And then COVID happened while I was on freshman year spring break in Fort Lauderdale, which a lot of people are in Fort Lauderdale right now for spring break. And then come freshman year, summer to sophomore year, my only focus was Jerpa. So that was the only thing that I was focusing on. And we started crushing. Rather than just doing jeans, we then morphed into Sherpa-lined hoodies that absolutely crushed. And we started doing like bulk orders in frats. So like I'd hit up like, my friends that were in frats at other schools, and they ordered like 50 hoodies. Yeah. And we started mass ordering like that, which was so sick.
Would you custom like their frat logo or whatever on it too, or just send the hoodies as they were?
We didn't, just because you need like a specific license for it, and we never got it. Yeah. But I think Austin, who runs it now, I think he still does custom, that. Yeah, can do like custom stuff like that. Nice. And then sophomore, so all sophomore year was COVID. So all I was focused on was Jerpa, being in the frat, being a frat kid, like being a complete, like, I never was truly like a frat douche, but like there was definitely a phase where I was like super fucking frat. But I embraced it, and it was fun. It was a great time in my life. But then I was so bored because all my classes were online that I ended up wanting to learn how to do a backflip my sophomore year, because I thought it would be so sick to be able to do
at a party or something.
To do a backflip like at a party in the middle of the fucking dance floor. Like that would be legendary.
The dance circle.
Yeah, I'd be doing a dance and I'd rip a backflip and then the crowd goes nuts. Like fucking hammered, right? So I was like, all right. So I hit up someone on like the cheer team, and I was like, yo, like, where can I go to like an open gym to learn how to do a backflip? They told me. Started going to learn how to do backflips, and then the next thing you know, I end up landing the backflip. The Penn State cheer team is obviously at this open gym, and I remember the one day they were like, yo, Brad, you want to throw girls in the air? I was like, yeah, sure, yeah, I'm down. And then I started attempting to throw girls in the air, and obviously at first I couldn't get it, but then I kept going back to do it. Next thing you know, I'm throwing girls and fucking catching them in like a full extension.
Yeah, the cheer stuff.
Yeah, the cheer shit. And then I start like posting it on my stories, and the cheer coach worked at the gym that I would train at every morning. And one day he came up to me. He's like, yo, Brad, heard a lot of great things about you. Been seeing your stories, like, throwing some of the girls in the air. I would actually love to offer you a spot on the cheer team. And like at this point, I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know. Like I'm in like a super like musclehead, meathead type of frat, top frat on campus. Like, then one of their guys go and join the cheer team. Like, what are all the fucking guys in the house gonna think? Like, I'm like, I don't know. And then I call my brothers, my 2 older brothers that I look up to. Both of them actually work for me now. My one brother started his own business in music. Other brother works in tech. But I call them and I'm like, yo, boys, like, I just got an opportunity to be on the Penn State cheer team. What do you guys think? Word for word, Brad, if you don't take on this opportunity, you're a fucking idiot. It's like, okay, I guess I'm going to become a male cheerleader. So I remember I texted coach, I'm like, I'm in. And then I did like a whole signing thing, whatever. Became a male cheerleader. And then that sophomore year summer, I feel like was a big pivotal point in my life where I got a lot of like fucking juice and fuel from. That sophomore year summer, I started to get a lot of backlash from a lot of kids in the frat. It was especially a lot of older kids. And, we're in frat group me's, and dude, they just like are roasting me to the point where like they want letters taken out of my bio and, call me some shit. Like, and for me, I was like, I'm just going to continue to do me, and I'm not going to let them change who I am as an individual. So I made a hard decision, but I ended up leaving all the group me's. And I just started to actually like lock in and focus on myself that sophomore year summer where I was a group trainer. So I started kicking the sheets like that summer, honestly. I didn't like start filming it or anything, but started getting up at like 5 a.m. every day. I did a group training. So I'd, have a microphone. I'd be in a group setting and we'd be doing a HIIT workout class. Absolutely fucking loved it. People loved it. It was so fun. I still have videos of it. After that, I started my own kids camp. I was basically like a coach / like older brother figure to these kids. Now they're all like grown up, like in like seniors in high school going to college and shit now. It's crazy. Like they're all they're men now. It's wild. But I literally had them from like 4th, 6th graders.
And they still talk to you? Yeah,
they still hit me up. Like they'll get fired up. They'll be like, yo, Brad, my boy like doesn't believe that I know you and shit. I'm like, what up, man? Like they'll like FaceTime me. It's really cool. And then, so I would go do the kids camp for 2 hours. Like their parents would just pay me like $20 a person. I'd have like 8 to 10 kids, 2 hours. And then right after I would come home, fuel, and then I would go train at a gym called Iron Revolution in New Jersey because I was like firing away at fitness content. And it was like a fitness content oriented gym.
On Instagram, TikTok.
Everywhere. Like if you look at my Instagram and go all the way back, like you'll literally see everything that I'm talking about right now on there. Yeah. Like you go all the way back. It is literally on there. And then I'd come back, edit videos, post, and then rinse and repeat. And I did that the whole fucking summer. But at the same time, I was actually looking for like a legit internship within like the sports field. So I end up networking. I end up getting in contact with a company called Cuts Clothing. Their company, they have like X on their shirts, known as like super simple, simplistic t-shirts. And I saw they were working with a ton of like professional athletes. And I saw that NIL got passed.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I wonder what they're going to be doing with college athletes.
And NIL, so college kids can make money.
Name, image, likeness. Yep. So college athletes can capitalize on their name, image, and likeness, which was never a thing before. But I'm so happy that it got passed because these college kids deserve to earn
make
the money
money
with their, with these universities fucking repping their names and these athletes pulling in millions of fucking dollars for these universities, right? So I end up got in contact with them actually from an older kid in the frat. His sister knew founder, whatever. Got in contact. At the time, I had my resume was a digital resume. It was called bradleykraut.com. It was just like a bunch of shit that I was doing, and the guy fucked with it. And when I first hit him up, he told me that there wasn't any opportunity. About a month later, again, this is all sophomore year summer. About a month later, he hits me up, and he's like, yo, we have an internship opportunity. I think you'd be a great fit. I was like, hell yeah. So I go through interview process. First interview, check. Second interview, was with a guy named Ethan Frame. He's not at the company anymore. He's now with like ASRV company.
Oh, yeah.
The
clothing.
The clothing brand, running. Yeah. I remember he was like the last interview. And for anyone out there, if you're going into an interview, do your fucking research. Because when I went into this interview, I stalked his fucking Instagram. And I went all the way back, that he was obsessed with bodybuilding. Loved working out. So like I went on to that interview. The first 20 minutes was just talking about working out and training. And then from there, like it was just super casual combo. And then I got the fucking internship. And I told them, I was like, hey, for my first week of work, this was right before the semester was starting and right before I had to go to cheer camp.
Junior year?
Right before junior year, yep. I told them, I was like, hey, I have a week right before I have to go to cheer camp and then my semester starts. I would love to do my first week in person. And they love the ambition. I bought my own flight and went out there. I think they covered my hotel room. I forget. But I was like, fuck, I'm going to get my own. I'm going to go out there and I want to do like my first week in the office. I've never had that experience before. I was like, fuck it. I was 20 years old.
Yeah.
Like, so, bro, got a plane ticket, flew out to LA by myself to go to Culver City to go to this Cuts office. Stayed at the fucking Hilton right next to where they were at. And did my first week of working there. Sick, super casual. Was cool to like see people working at desks and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I was so new to it, right? Give me a whole notebook. Whatever. It was awesome. I still have that notebook and that's gold written in there. It's awesome. But yeah, did my first week of work there, and one thing that I took away from that trip was I had a one-on-one with Steven, the founder.
Yeah.
Brought me to his room, and he was like, Brad, you're only 20 years old. He goes, you don't know the taste of chocolate unless you taste it. Go out, taste as much as you can, and then pick and choose what you like. He's like, you might be passionate about cuts right now, but you should go try
different things,
a bunch of different things.
Can always come back. Yeah.
I was like, wow, fuck.
Wise.
I'm gonna go taste some chocolate. All right. And then, after that, went to cheer camp. That was cheer camp was straight out of a fucking movie. Like when you watch a cheer movie, like growing up, you ever watch like a cheerleading movie or like?
I've seen.
Have you ever seen Fired Up? Like how you spell Fired Up? F U.
I've seen cheering in movies. Yeah, I've seen it.
Dude, it was like exactly what you see on fucking movies, like the energy, like wow,
in
like
the
going
gyms and in the
epic, dude. It was epic. It was so lit, but it was tiring days, bro. You're going all day. Did cheer camp and then went to Penn State for the start of my junior year.
Yeah.
Started that junior year. Obviously I was on the football field for the cheer team, which was really cool. And right now, at this point in my life, I have the internship with Cuts. I'm doing the branding and the marketing for Jerpa, doing the cheer team, full-time student living in the frat house. So I'm taking on a lot.
Busy man.
Very busy man, but I liked it. Dude, college for me was the time to fucking grind, right? And again, back to my point of my mindset going into college, I want everyone to know who the fuck I am by the time I leave this school. I'm in lectures on the fucking mic. Everywhere I go, I'm just meeting new people, talking to people, fucking filming content everywhere. Everything I was doing.
You're in a bunch of different groups too that you wouldn't just stick to frat or cheer,
everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's what I highly recommend. And that's why I wanted to do cheer too, was literally for the networking. I was like, all right, everyone in Greek life already knows who I am. Let's go branch off. Let's go conquer the sports side of Penn State, which I ended up becoming homies with ton of athletes, everyone, and then junior year, at this point in my life, my mindset was I want to work for Cuts Clothing for 5 years, build relationships within the sports world, and then start a sports marketing agency.
To market athletes.
And get them brand deals. That was like where my head was at, right? But again, during this entire journey, I am filming everything that I'm fucking doing on my phone. Again, you can go to my Instagram to see everything. And then first semester junior ends. Now, second semester of junior year is about to begin, okay? Again, cheer team, Cuts internship. I'm branding and marketing for Jerpa, full-time student living in a frat. But now, because I was posting everything, the starting quarterback at Penn State, big man on campus, like the guy at fucking Penn State, still have the text. Fucking hits me up out of nowhere.
Who's that?
Sean Clifford. He's now a quarterback on the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals. Shout out Sean. Now he fucking texts me. It's like, yo, bro, I see everything you're doing with like cuts and all this stuff. Like, I think I have an opportunity for you. I think if you want to meet up, like, come to my house right now. Like, I want to talk to you. Bro, I was so fast getting in the car. Went right to his fucking house. Sit down. Guess what he fucking pitches me?
Marketing.
A fucking NIL fucking marketing agency. I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, this is what I wanted to do, like,
the whole time.
5 years from now. This is like what I wanted to build up to fucking do.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. I was like, all right, I got a lot on my fucking plate right now heading into the second semester junior year. I was scared.
And what are you at this point, like 20?
21.
21.
I'm fucking nervous. I'm like, am I going to be able to keep up on internship with Cuts, doing the branding and marketing for the Jerpa, doing, starting to build out an NIL agency with Sean, cheer team,
student work,
full-time fucking student living in a frat.
And documenting all your shit.
Documenting everything through
editing,
through socials. It was, dude, none of my content was edited.
Oh, you just put it up.
Oh, I just filmed it and put it up, whatever I was doing. Yeah. I was like, fuck. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, do all of this. And then, you know what we do? Go to the fucking notebook.
Chip in a chair.
You go, Brad, you can fucking do this. No excuses. You were built for this. Think about all the people that have counted you out, that have fucking doubted you. Just put your head down. All you're going to have to do is just start waking up earlier. I was like, fuck, I think I could do that. So I call my buddy Austin about all this. Jerpa guy. I'm like, yo, what do you think about everything? He's like, dude, so I just read the book, The 5 a.m. Club. And he told me in this book, it talks about when you wake up first thing in the morning, do a physical activity. I was like, okay. So it was the first day of semester. Had a fucking jam-packed schedule. And I set my alarm for like 5 a.m. My alarm went off. I didn't look at my phone. I fucking kicked my bed sheets off of my bed. I got out of bed. I did push-ups, jumping jacks. I ran in place, chugged pre-workout, went right to the fucking gym, pumped some fucking iron, came back to my frat house, showered, got changed. Bro, I had the most productive fucking day of my life. I was like, shit. Like,
what if I do this every day?
I gotta keep doing this shit, man. So the next day, I was like, fuck it. Like, I gotta like show this to people. Like, this is fucking awesome. So I fucking take out my phone. I'm like, whatever. Like, I don't know what I said in the video, but I'm like, kick the fucking sheets. And I kick them, get out of bed, fucking run in place, do my shit, whatever. I just start posting it to TikTok and Instagram. Go on with my day. Like, the day would literally start working out. After I'd come back, I wouldn't even shower yet sometimes. I would then go do hot yoga with Sean, because you also got to remember, like, bro, me and Sean don't really know each other at this point, and we're trying to build like a marketing agency together. So like, we got to like spend time together, right? So I started doing like hot yoga with him in the mornings. So I go to his place, do like hot yoga in the sauna, and then we sit down and chop it up about like the marketing agency. Then I come back. I had to do like 3 hours a day worth of cuts. Had to do the meetings with Austin for Jerpa, whether that's product shoots or setting up like another campaign for a new product coming out. Had to go to my classes. Yeah. So it was a lot. But that's when...
Well, think even just most people just do the school. They don't do anything else. Yeah.
And that's something that I'm just so passionate about. And like when I was in college, again, like I'll get to it, but like that was like my whole messaging of like academic weapon. And like a lot of college students, they just go through the motions.
Yeah.
And they don't actually get anything out of it. And I was just trying to like show people like, bro, you got to do more outside of the classroom. Like, it's not about the grades you make, it's about the hands you shake. Like, you guys just got to network your ass off and really put yourself out there. But I'll get to all of that. But yeah, so that was second half of junior year.
Yeah.
That's when Kick the Sheets started. Probably posted maybe 40, 50 videos before one of them like popped off and like hit maybe like 1 million views. And then that was my whole arc where I'd be walking around campus and kids are starting to go like, Kick the Sheets. And I was like, wow, this is fucking sick. That like brought my TikTok from like maybe a couple hundred followers or so, or maybe 1,000, I don't know what I was at, to like 42,000 followers.
Yeah.
So it started to crank, started to gain some traction. Then junior year summer, I basically drop everything that I was doing besides the marketing agency with Sean. So I kind of stopped doing the Jerpa stuff. I stopped my internship with Cuts Clothing.
No more cheer.
No more cheer. I stepped away from cheer during that semester, actually. It was just becoming too much. And I was solely focused on getting brand deals for the athletes that I represented. And I remember that summer I lived with Sean, lived with Parker Washington. He was on the wide receiver on the Jaguars. Mitch Tinsley, who's now a wide receiver on the Commanders or the Bengals. I forget. Yeah, Commanders. I think he's on the Commanders. Yeah,
Washington.
Yeah, Washington Commanders. Yeah, and I just like built great relationships with like the whole. I literally hung out with them the entire summer. Like literally on campus, it's only like at like football and like some athletes there.
Are they usually like on a campus like that, like untouchable kind of guys, or do people mingle with them a lot, or are they more so like keep to themselves?
There's some of them that keep to themselves, but then there's some of them that like are out and about, will like go to parties, have fun.
I feel like now with NIL and like social media, they're like celebrities coming out of.
Oh, for
like,
sure. No, they're
like,
definitely celebrities. People like, but like, you know, you see them at parties and stuff. Okay. But yeah, that summer, I remember, again, I was still kicking the sheets. Like, bro, I get up some days at 4:30, go to the gym. I was in like our office space at like 7 a.m. and I wouldn't leave until 8 p.m.
Damn.
Some days. And all I'm doing is spamming fucking emails to brands to like land these marketing deals for these athletes. And like,
and how many were you like representing, I guess?
Probably had a pool of like 10, probably 10 to 15, I would say. But like, I would just put all their like one cheaters together and send to brands and try to come up with like a creative way how their product could like integrate with some of these athletes. Yeah, I started spamming, and then eventually like some brands started answering. I started jumping on calls, pitching these athletes. Next thing you know, started to close these fucking deals and starting to like actually like get a hang of, you know, being a marketing agent, right? Yeah. Like, and it was a great experience. But then after that summer, senior year began at Penn State, and I made a video. Like, this was like very beginning, right? At first, I actually got a contract sent to me from an NFL agent at the start of my senior year, because I also started to step away from doing the NIL marketing.
Okay.
Told Sean, we had a conversation. I thought it was best for me to step away from the company, so I did. It was hard. Yeah. It was hard because
that's what you're wanting to do.
Bro. That was what I wanted to do. That was a tough decision, but I had to do it. At the same time, again, this is all the start of my senior year. This was 2022, August 2022, and as I got this contract sent to me from an NFL agent, I made a video sitting first row in my lecture going, academic weapon, absolute academic weapon. And the video went fucking nuclear all over colleges, like all over TikTok For You page, like everywhere. And my fucking page, like when that shit went viral, like viral, bro, I started posting 30 to 60 videos a day
Just anything and everything.
Dude, I would just go to the comments because people are like, who the fuck is this dude that has a full fucking beard? Like, that's a bro kind of guy just sitting first row in his lecture in a 700-person lecture. Like, people are curious like, who the fuck I was. It's like, finally, after like 7 years of consistent posting,
one hit.
It fucking hit. And then I was like, all right, here we go. This is the time. Here we go. This is what I've been fucking waiting for my entire life with fucking posting content. Here it comes. Spam that shit. And then it just went nuclear.
So you'd like answer questions and
I would answer comments.
Just a face.
And then take the video. And then like that video would go and then there'd be mad in comments and I answered. Bang. I'd be walking to class and talking to my fucking phone. Talking to class. And I was like fucking addicted to it. So I was like, fuck, it's finally fucking happening. And that was the beginning of my senior year. So I end up telling, dude, in the messages that I was getting in my DMs, like, bro, you're motivating me, you're inspiring me, like, bro, keep going. Like, and that's why I started all this in the first place. So once I started getting those messages at the beginning of my senior year, I told the NFL agent, hey, give me the next 8 months. I'm going all in on my social media. We could talk once I graduate. We'll see where I'm at.
Yeah.
Dude, once I committed to going all in on my fucking content and my social media,
game over.
There was no looking back.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then senior year in October, Salim came to Penn State, to my frat.
From NELK boys.
Yeah, Salim from NELK boys came to Penn State. And he was filming YouTube videos. It was like Salim, Nick Naracina, whose house I'm in right now, who I work with, good friend, cousin Jay, Chaffee. Yeah, they were called like the Dream Squad or something. And they came to Penn State, and I just showed them an awesome weekend, and that's where I met Nick. We fucking became bros, like just chopped it up, hung out. And like my whole mindset that weekend was like, I just want to show them a good time. I don't care even about like the content stuff. Nothing coming of it,
yeah.
Just like make sure like they have a good fucking weekend.
They remember your school.
Yeah, and they did. They fucking love Penn State to the point where fast forward to now February of like 2023, Nick started his YouTube channel, kept in contact with him always, was like, what are you up to? He's like, bro, I'm trying to figure out, am I doing my music? What am I doing? He started his YouTube channel and then he actually hit me up. I was like, yo, this is about the third video in on his channel. He hit me up. I was like, yo, I'm going to come do a video at Penn State. And then he comes to Penn State, does a video. We fucking crush it. It puts me on camera. People love it. And then from there on out, 2 months later, he hit me up again. I was like, yo, you want to come on this trip? I was like, yeah, sure. Film with him again. And then from there, I started traveling with him. But obviously, like at first, because the channel didn't have the money or anything, like I was just paying out of pocket, obviously, to go travel with the squad. And then, I graduated Penn State, going all in on content. That summer, traveled with Nick, was fucking so much fun, incredible time, but I just started to like lose myself, honestly, a bit. And I started to like feel purposeless in like what I was doing. And I knew come the fall of 2023, I had to go back to colleges because like I'm fresh out of college. My name is well known in the college space.
Yeah.
I need to go to colleges. So at the end of that summer, I have a man-to-man conversation with Nick. Again, all love, but I was like, yo, I'm going to go start a YouTube channel and I'm going to go travel and do a college tour. I was like, cool, bro. Like, you're welcome back anytime. Like, just let me know. I was like, bet, cool. And then, I end up doing a 12-week college tour, 3 months on the road. I went in my journal. I mapped out everything that I need to do. Found a video guy. He fucking flew out on the limb. I was like, can you fly out tomorrow? He's like, yep. He paid for his own plane ticket to LSU, went to fucking LSU.
So you'd go for like the football game type of thing, or what would you do?
We'd go, we'd get on like a Friday, do some like campus stuff. I would do man on the street content. I would, do some frat stuff called Firearm Friday. So like on Fridays, I'd go to like frats and like do a full like arm pump with the whole frat. It was kind of lit. It was so lit, actually. Then I'd go walk around like campus, vlog around campus, go to sororities, stuff like that. And then probably go to like a bar or like a party at night. Yeah. Then on Saturdays, it was game days. So I do full game day, tailgating, bunch of shit. And then I'd always, on that either Sunday or Friday at the school, I would do athlete collaborations. Oh, damn. So like at LSU, I did LSU gymnastics, tons of videos, like went fucking nuclear. Did LSU baseball, LSU swim and dive. Oh, yeah. Went fucking viral.
That's where that photo's from.
Yeah. Did LSU swim and dive. Wild. It was wild. I did I did baseball, gymnastics, and dive. I think I did those 3 sports, which was really cool. And then, dude, I didn't really have a game plan. Like, I just knew I was starting at LSU. And then I knew LSU, okay, what's another big school? And I was like, all right, Alabama's either. What's near Alabama? Georgia. And then I started mapping it out. And then I just fucking rent like a minivan. And me and my boy Lombardo, and then my boy Sam Holland too. He was like kind of like producer role, like helping me with logistics and stuff. We would get in a fucking minivan and then go travel like to the next school, drive. Yeah. And then, bro, we stayed in fucking like frat, like the first house, we got an Airbnb. And like I was just using all the money that I capitalized in college off of going mega viral. Like I made like probably like $100,000 in like 6 weeks, like through like merch, brand deals, a bunch of shit. And then I just saved that money and I just kind of lived off that, honestly, for some time while I was like building. I didn't care about making money or anything. I truly just like wanted to go do shit that like excited me. And like going back to these colleges fucking fired me the fuck up because like they were grinds.
Were the videos doing well?
I think the first video got like 23K. Alabama got like 60K. They were like off rip, like for like a brand new channel, like
doing
pretty good. And then, I feel like cool moment during that. I went to Clemson, the one college, and I get a DM from this girl. It's like, hey Brad, like big fan. Word on the street, Mark Wahlberg is going to be in town this weekend. I was like, what? Like, who is this? My buddies that I'm with, they're like, yo, that's Mark Wahlberg's daughter. I was like, oh, fuck.
So she would know if he's in town.
Yeah. So shout out Ella Wahlberg, man. She connected me with her dad, Mark. And, she put me in front of him, and I told him about Kick the Sheets, and, I'm trying to inspire, Gen Z and, lead by action. And he was like, meet me at my hotel tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
Do a workout.
I just did a fucking workout with Mark Wahlberg.
That's sick.
Like, so random. If I would have never taken that leap to, like, go on this, like, college tour, that would have never happened. Yeah. And then, it was a great experience. However, after the college tour, I burnt out the video guy. Burnt out Zach. And he was like, I can't do this anymore. I wasn't paying him. I was just covering, like, food, operational costs, but like actually wasn't paying him to like do any of it. It was more so like experience for him, for me, like so we got burnt out. And then I was now at a point in my life where it hit. It was January 2024. Start of 2024, and I actually got humbled. I did the Murph.
Oh, yeah, the workout.
Yep, I did the workout, the Murph.
So what is it? It's the
1 mile run, or 2 mile run, 2 miles, 300 air squats, 200 push-ups, 100 pull-ups. And I was used to doing like bodybuilding workouts. And when I did this, I got humbled. Like, humbled.
Did you get through it?
Got through, but like humbled. And I was like, fuck, I need more of this. So I got into CrossFit. Oh, yeah. This was like a CrossFit arc, I swear. But I'm grateful for it because I always thought CrossFit was fucking gay. And like, I was like, fuck CrossFit, this, that. And then, dude, once I actually like did the workouts and shit, I was like, holy fuck. I have never been pushed like this, like in my life physically in the gym. And I became addicted to it. And then that's when I started cold plunging every single day. So now this time frame, January 20, I'm back home. So
in PA?
So everything that I just talked about, bro, from college up until that point, So like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
That year after.
Bro, like 4.5 years of go to then being back home in Bucks County, PA, and just like completely like
quiet,
slowed down. Like I'm not doing Jerpa anymore. No cuts. I'm done with the agency stuff.
No cheering.
No cheering. Like
no school.
No job. I'm like just in a time frame of self-improvement.
Yeah.
It was truly a time of where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to create awesome fucking habits. So whatever, again, during this time, I'm also still posting. Like I don't stop posting. It's just obviously the content isn't as exciting or entertaining, but I am still posting myself, kicking the sheets, waking up every day, going into cold plunge in Philly when it's fucking 20 degrees out and I have to have an axe and fucking smash hammer it in and get in at fucking 5 a.m. I have all these videos still. Then I'd go to the gym, do my CrossFit workouts. They would take some time. So I'd, film them. I'd post content of it. I would come home. I started training people virtually through FaceTime because it was my hobby and it was, make a little money.
Yeah.
And then it was rinse and repeat for some time. But because I was posting all of this, it wasn't that far to where, because I was posting all this, my one buddy who professionally does really well but kind of lost himself, former Division I athlete, like tight end at Penn State, All-American at UMass, like was supposed to be like a top prospect for the NFL, busted his fucking knee, and then just used that competitive spirit from football, put it in the business world. But he started to lose himself. But because I was posting,
like physically, like lose himself, just
physically,
habits,
yeah, just like business got in the way, and you just focus on making money, right? It happens to people. But because I was posting all this online, he ended up reaching out to me and was like, yo, I see everything you're doing on social media right now. Like, you're so locked in. Would you want to come and live with me and be like my life coach, accountability coach? And I was like, yeah, like, fuck it. Like, that'd be cool. I get to move into like the city of Philly, live with him, like get away from, Bucks County, my home. I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I ended up living with him.
It's like what David Goggins did with Jesse Itzler. Yeah.
Where they lived together.
Yeah.
And, I ended up moving in with him. His name's Adam Brenneman. He's a social online figure. He is an analyst, sports content, podcast host, he has a podcast. But I ended up moving in with him, and we locked in on 60 days. And my role, I would literally do what I would do anyways. I would wake up at 5. I would go, wake his ass up. Again, all this is documented too. Like, it's all my Instagram. I would go, wake him up. We'd go. I'd bring it. He had a rooftop, and he had 2 cold plunges there. So we'd cold plunge together. Again, it's like fucking 15 degrees out, 20 degrees out. Guy fucking hated it at first. Hated plunging at first. Go plunge. After, I would go get him some pre-workout fuel. Then I'd go to the gym. I would personal train him. Had a whole program for him. Still have it in my Google Docs. And then I come back, make him breakfast and meal prep for the day, and make sure he's eating
ready to go. Yeah.
Eating good. That's what I did for 60 days in Philly. And then I'd be done with him. He'd start his day. I would then go to the gym. At this point, I actually signed up for my first High Rocks, which is really cool. And because I signed up for that, that's how I ended up becoming friends with Kyle Forgard from NELK.
Yeah.
Because my buddy Justin was living with Salim. I told Justin about High Rocks. I was like, yo, let's sign up. We sign up. He tells Kyle about High Rocks. Kyle then signs up.
That's the New York one?
Yeah, that was the New York one of June of 2024.
Yeah.
And, and then that's how I kind of got into contact with Kyle. And then this was probably like March of 2024. And I had a trip planned in May to go out to Miami, like train with Kyle for the first time and stuff, which was pretty cool. But my days were training Adam, making sure he was all good with the meal prep, everything. And then I would go to the gym and I was doing High Rocks workouts.
Your own training.
I was on a High Rocks prep. That's what started. You know what started that? Or you know what? Because I signed up for High Rocks, what I had to start doing?
Running?
I had to start running.
Yeah.
I was forced to fucking run. And I fucking hated it. Hated it.
A little foreshadowing to today.
Yeah. Anyways, that's when I started my running career, basically. Yeah, my running endeavors. I signed up for High Rocks, and now I'm forced to run. I'm an athlete. I'm competitive. I want to compete. So I was like, I got to follow a program. Got to run. Hired a coach. Fucking got to the fucking insane shape. And then 60 days are up with Adam. I'm now, in a spot where I'm like, all right, I should probably start like a YouTube show, training with like training with the pros. Like that was one concept. I was like, I should probably start building a book of business maybe here in Philly. Should I move to Miami, start and to be a personal trainer while still doing content stuff? My mom was kind of everywhere. I was like, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do something. And then out of nowhere, bro, out of nowhere, I get a text from Nick Naracina. Bro, I kid you not. Literally right as I finished the 60 days with Adam. He's like, yo, what's the academic weapon up to? Like, call me. I was like, all right. I call him. Like, yo, what's good, bro? He's like, what are you up to? I'm like, I actually just finished up like a job with my buddy, but don't really have plans right now. He called me on a Wednesday. He was like, yo, we're filming a big video in Nashville on Monday. Like, I'll fly you out. We got an Airbnb, everything. Like, would you want to like come back and like do a video again together? I was like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. And I just remember I go home, I tell my dad, like, yo, I'm going to Nashville Monday. Bro, I packed this blue suitcase, big suitcase. I go to fucking Nashville. And again, at this point, we're just like feeling it out. I'm like, yeah, I'll come back to a video. But now, when I came back into the channel, bro, I was fucking dialed. Like, locked in with, like, I remember that trip in Nashville, I did my first 10-mile run. After, like, being out till 2 in the morning, I woke up at, like, 9 and fucking ripped a 10-mile, first ever 10-miler. Like, I was dialed to the max. I was like, I'm not going to let, like, the YouTube stuff and all this shit
impact what you're doing.
Impact what I'm doing and, like, consume me. I'm
going
to
take
care of my fucking physical and not make an excuse for all this shit. And, dude, when I just flipped that mindset going back into the channel, bro, I was like, I want to come back into this channel and inspire and motivate the other guys in this channel to fucking, like, lock in with the gym and train them and just make them better physically. And obviously Nick has always pushed me, like, content-wise, like
machine,
just like always thinking of ideas. And it's good. I give him so much credit I give him so much credit for him pushing me on, like, content side of things. And I came back in the channel and I never went back home.
You kept the suitcase,
living out of that suitcase, came out to LA. We were homeless at one point, living in a hotel. And then August of 2024, we get
the Millie Squad house.
Get the Millie Squad house here. And it's been incredible since. I've got to travel a fuck ton. Got to experience a lot of cool things. And then May of 2025, so this past May.
Yeah. 8 months, 9 months.
Or maybe it was like April. I just had a conversation with Nick about wanting to, like, go all in and, like, really start live streaming. And, like, because, like, prior to that, like, my only main focus, like, was the YouTube channel. But my gut was telling me, again, I kind of felt that, like, purposeless feeling inside of, like, I feel like I could do more. I could be more.
Not building your own thing as well.
Yeah, like, again, I always had kick the sheets and stuff, but I was like, I just feel like I got to start, like, focusing on myself. And then that was when I had a conversation with him, man to man, and told him about live streaming, and he was supportive of it. And yeah, I just started focusing on live streaming in May. And started that venture, started that endeavor. We're live right now, too.
Yeah, we're live
on Twitch. Let's go.
Yeah, right next to the other cam.
Yeah, right next to the cam. And when I started live streaming, I knew I wanted to, like, take the fitness angle. And what I loved doing was training people. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start training people. And it's like, bro, like, I'm in LA. Like, there's so many, like, baddies around here. Like, let's start fucking. And I love cold plunging, too. Like, that's a part of, like, who I am. So, like, let's start taking some baddies through, like, cold plunge workouts. So I started Yeah, I started fucking training baddies, doing cold plunges with them.
Zoo Culture.
Zoo Culture. Shout out fucking Brad Martin for, supporting and letting me go in there and bring in, people. It's really
Train
cool.
Train
them. And yeah, I started doing that. And then I was like, fuck, I feel like I need to start pushing myself more. And I had this thought of trying to go 24 hours on a treadmill. So I was like, you know what? Can I live stream that? I feel like that'd be sick. So I ended up doing my first ever challenge live stream. It was in August. And I did 24 hours on a treadmill.
Yeah.
Dude, clips from that went bananas. And dude, it my IG was going crazy. It went from 127,000 followers I think I was at to almost 150, 60K.
Wow.
It was pretty wild. Dude, it was.
How far did you go on the treadmill in that time?
I went 60 miles.
100 kilometers?
Yeah, 100 kilometers. And it was it was insane. I was like, fuck, I should start doing challenges every month. And then at the same fucking time, I get a FaceTime from Kyle Forgard from NELK, and he FaceTime. He's like, "Yo, you want to do a 100-mile run?" I'm like, fuck. Bro, I've never even ran a fucking a marathon at this point. 100 miles? Bro, I just kind of got into running. I'm maybe a little over a year in. I was like, you know what? Yes.
On how much notice?
He wanted to do it in January.
Okay.
And he hit me up in August.
Okay. So half a year-ish.
No, I mean September, October, November, December.
Right. A few months.
4 months. Yeah. And he hit me up. I said yes. And then at the same time, I also signed up for the Honolulu Marathon. At the same time, I also signed up for Philly Rocky Run Half Marathon. So, and then at the same time, I was on a fucking college. I was going on a college tour, September and October.
With Nick?
No, with a media company.
Okay.
So I was like, how the fuck I'm gonna be traveling every fucking weekend. I'm gonna be going probably 10-hour days. I'm gonna be live streaming all this. How am I even gonna be disciplined on my long runs for training? Brought me back to fucking junior year, to my original kick the sheets moment.
Get up earlier.
It's just gotta continue to kick the fucking sheets and not make a fucking excuse. And I signed up for all that shit. I went on this college tour. Bro, on Saturdays before game days, I'd wake up at fucking 5 a.m. after going to bed at probably midnight. I'd get up. I'd go run 8 miles, 10 miles, 12 miles, whatever I had on the schedule. Get ready, gear up, and do fucking game day. And it was a fucking grind, but it scared me. I was I'm scared. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all this. But again, it brought me back to that moment. And fucking did that shit. Locked in on fucking training. In November, first in September, during all that time too, I then climbed Mount Everest on a fucking Stairmaster. 44,244 steps climbed. 28 hours it took.
On stream.
October, lifted 1 million pounds in 19 hours and 37 minutes on stream. November, ran my first half marathon, Rocky Run in Philly, live streamed it, was epic. December, not only did I do a marathon, my first ever marathon.
And Kyle did this one too.
Kyle did the Honolulu Marathon. Our whole dial group did it. Not only for my first marathon did I do the marathon, but I pushed my buddy Drew, Crippling Drew, if you guys follow him on Instagram, Stacked Hot Sauce.
It's on Theo's pod. And
he was on Theo's pod. He was doing amazing stuff. Shout out Limitless Foundation. I was pushing Drew in a wheelchair for 26.2.
Weaving in and out of people.
There was fucking 40,000 people, bro. It was insane. But yeah, I ended up doing that. Crush. And during all this, we were on a 100-mile prep.
Yeah.
I think we started a prep with Coach Matt Johnson 71 days out.
Yeah, I think that's
about 71 days out. And
you're training lots, big weeks, building up. I remember seeing your guys' snaps and, running, going to Miami or going to wherever you were, doing big weeks.
Yeah, it was...
Peak week was 100 and something?
Yeah, peak week was 101 miles, but I feel like I had the aha moment on my first like 70-mile week where like, bro, I remember I had like a 10-mile run on a Friday and then an 18-miler on a Saturday, okay? And I do this 10-miler on Friday, and my like right knee and like shin start hurting. Like, fuck, like this sucks ass. I have 18 miles tomorrow, and like I'm already like hurt. I'm already hurt. I'm not actually fucking hurt. I'm speaking up.
It's hurting.
It's hurting. I'm not actually injured. Like I'm just, bro, it's running. Like it fucking happens, right? I mean, that's what I've learned. But dude, I remember this 18-mile run. I was dreading, bro. Like dreading. And I remember, shout out L. Like at this time, this is when I kind of met L. Was early November, like November 3rd I met her. And shout out L for being my training partner every day during this 100-mile prep, bro. She would wake up with, like, not together, but like she'd be in Manhattan Beach, I'd be here. We wake up at 5 a.m. She would come and drive this way, train with me, do clocking miles. Like, shout out, like, without her, like, I don't think I would have been able to like do this prep alone. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm forever grateful.
Because the other guys were in Miami, right?
Other guys were in Miami training together.
Yeah.
I was here solo dolo, and when I met her, she, no doubt, like, she was about that action. At first, I was kind of skeptical, but she's fucking about it. I was like, I have so much respect for her. And we trained together like every day. And I remember it was an 18-mile run, and I was like complaining and bitching to her. I was like, bro, I'm not doing this. She's like, yo, Brad, you got to do this. You got to, bro. She gets me to go and run this 18 miles. It was the most painful run, like outside of actually doing the 100, like of my life. And it sucked every second of it. Just in pain. And then out of nowhere, bro, the pain went away. The pain fucking
Just ran through it.
I kept going, and then the pain just went away. I was like, holy fuck. Like, pain really is just fucking temporary. Because I remember she was telling me too. She was like, bro, Goggins runs hundreds of miles with no knee cartilage, and I'm complaining about a little fucking thing in my knee or my fucking shin. And I just kept that in the back of my mind. And as I just kept pushing, dude, cleared up, went away. And I remember that was like such a pivotal moment. No, the week after, now was our first 80-mile week, and Kyle's in town.
In LA.
And we woke up every day at 5, met in fucking Venice Beach at like 5:40, 6 a.m., and we cranked.
Yeah, I saw those
10-mile
videos.
oh my God.
Along the beach.
Yep,
walk,
along the beach. Fucking sunset or sunrise runs. And that was also the turning point of like, wow, I can really do this endurance running shit.
That's when you met like Max Joliffe.
That's when I met Max Joliffe. Yep.
Yeah.
Got to run with him.
I ran with him that very same day because it was Andy's 300-mile week. I must have just missed you guys.
He came with us,
and then later in the day he met us for a few miles. But Andy had ran like 80 kilometers at like 50 miles that day. Wow, so we must have just missed you guys. Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, it was that moment that week where we're like 10 mile, 15 mile, 10 mile, 18 mile, 20 mile. Like, I was like, fuck, like,
can do it.
Feeling good. I could do this shit, man. And then, and then we hit the peak week. And we ended up doing 101 miles in 1 week. I kind of fucked up, and I went into peak week like my legs were kind of smoked. I wasn't smart. I did a leg workout on like a Saturday. I was flying to Miami on a Sunday. Peak week started on a Monday. And for the start of peak week, I was cooked. I was fucked. I remember telling like Caleb and all the guys, Kyle actually wasn't even there.
He was in Toronto.
He was in Toronto for his grandpa.
Yeah.
But shout out to Kyle. Like, he let us stay at his apartment. Like, huge shout out. Like, he did not have to do that. Shout out Kyle. And I remember like telling like Caleb, Cole, Justin, Mark, L, I was like, yo, I don't know if I'm going to be able to run right now. Like, I might take Monday off. Like, we'll see. And then, of course, it comes to the run, and I start running, and I'm in pain. You know what happens?
You run through it?
I run through it, and guess what?
No pain?
The pain fucking goes away. It goes away. Obviously, after the run, I'm sore, but the pain just, it went away, and it was like
Another light bulb,
theme.
yeah.
It was just a reoccurring theme in my head of like when I would feel pain, I was like, this isn't going to be a forever thing.
Yeah.
Might hurt now, but it will go away. And I just started training my mind, and the next day, I was sore as fuck. But I start running. Kind of sucks. What happens? Pain goes away. And then
I remember seeing videos of you like full sprinting at the end of these runs. Like, yeah, they'd take a video of you and you'd be sprinting, yelling down the road, and like.
It's just, bro. That's what like running has like. I think running has just taught me like so much patience too. Like you have to be patient with the runs, and I love it because, you know, in the entertainment world that I live in, you consume a lot of content and a lot of bullshit, and that's why I really love the long runs, because you're able to clock out and just be present, and it's definitely like super therapeutic, and I crave it a lot now.
Well, if you think of like the arousal level you'd have going into like a football game as far as like energy, and you're like amped up and it's only a couple hour game, right? Or like you're a sprinter and like it's just a short burst. But with these ultra things or like longer distance runs, you can't have it jacked up and like for, you know, you have to have these ups and downs and like more chill. It kind of forces you to do that. Like you can't be amped up for 10 hours if you're running, or 24 or whatever. So
yeah, it's definitely taught me to be calm. And I think one of the biggest themes is pain is temporary. It really is. Like, again, we'll get to it, but I think I'll finish off. So basically do the 100-miler in January. And then now we're kind of present day, February, swim a half marathon with Coach. Then we, day later, fly to Atlanta, push
day
Day
later.
later. Push Crippling Drew on the Atlanta half marathon, the fucking hills.
And he put on 25 pounds from Hawaii.
Yeah, Drew put on fucking 25 pounds since Hawaii. So fucked. Come on, Drew. Come on. And then, and then today, we'll talk about today, but.
I feel like today was another aha moment for you.
Massive aha moment. But yeah, that's kind of.
Everything up until now.
Yeah, that was a lot. I just yapped a lot. I mean, now, like, wherever you want to go with this or whatever, but that's kind of, you know, Christian Guzman inspired me with a mix of Jesse James West, to following Gary Vee content in high school. That really pushed me and inspired me to really not build a zero fucks mentality of what people think about me. And that has kind of brought me to today, with obviously a lot of other factors, but yeah.
Where do you think is it passion, you think, that where the energy comes from for all this? Or is it like, where do these big goals or like big ideas, do you think, like stem from? Like, for example, like, we'll talk about it today, but even like anybody you meet, I feel like you bring a lot of like energy, and people can be having like this stern look on their face, and you go, happy Saturday, happy Sunday, man, happy Sunday. And then you see them like kind of like shake out of it, and like, but it's just like, literally, I don't think I've seen a bad interaction with you in the whole month. You interact with a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
So where's that like, I don't know, that.
Where's that come from?
Passion or that.
Dude, I just think we have so much negativity in this world, and I just want to be a positive light.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I think, you know, one thing that I learned from Gary Vee in high school at a young age was just be a good, genuine person, and good things will happen to you. And, you know, obviously, not every day is sunshine and rainbows, right? You know, there's days where I'm feeling down, but I just feel like I just have to go back to the drawing board of like, or not the drawing board, but like, just look back at where I am now and just realize like people would die to be in my position right now, you know, and just be grateful for what I have, and be grateful that my, you know, family is healthy, my friends are healthy, and that I'm literally like living my dream right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. Going through the 100-mile, I guess you kind of just skipped over it, but that's like a major thing that happened. It was like a turning point. It's probably, like you said, the hardest thing you've done in your life so far. Do you want to kind of just run through, just like quick touch on what that was with Kyle and NELK and all that, like the actual logistics of it? It was a 100-mile.
Logistics.
Well, just like For people that don't know, it was like you can talk on
Yeah,
too,
no,
like
you talk
a
about
stream where they ran from Area 51 to the Hard Rock in Vegas. It was a 101-mile course. They had 6 of them running. But Kyle and NELK was streaming it all on Kick, so they had, like they did it huge. It wasn't just like an iPhone doing it, right? They had the vehicle with the camera like pointing on them at all times, and they had 6, I think, crew vans, you can talk on it more.
So we had in front of us, we had like a van that was production. Yeah. So that's where they had the camera set up. All the tech guys were in that van.
And they're live clipping. Like when something happens, they clip it and put it out posting on Instagram, so it drives more people to the stream.
Yep. And then behind us was our crew van, like me and Kyle. That's where like Matt Johnson and Elle and Matt's girlfriend crewed out of to get shit for us. Then there was another van behind that, I think for Caleb, Justin, and Mark. Oh, no, it was Cole Brecca's van behind that, ours. And that was where Andy Glaze was crewing out of. Yep.
Glazinator.
The Glazinator, shout out the Glazinator. And then behind that was for Justin, Caleb, and Mark. And that's where Matt Zalea and their other boy, like Jack, were crewing out of for them.
Yeah.
And that was basically the setup. We had a SUV kind of going back and forth for people coming in and out, like people for the stream, like Alexa Adams, Grace, Salim, Gabe, some other guys, Gabe. Yeah. But yeah, that was logistics.
They'd run in the shoulder, basically on the right hand side of the road in the shoulder, and I remember literally like less than half a mile in, you're like first turn, you guys are running, and a semi truck comes by. Holy fuck.
Dude, that shit scared the fuck out of us, bro. We were so close to the semi-trucks. Bro, it was wild.
Oh, yeah.
We'd be running, and we're like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck? But, yeah, I mean, it was set up. So, first aid station was 13 miles in. And then after that, it was every 10.
Yeah. And for the aid stations, you'd have, food, water. You come in, sit down.
They did an incredible job with setting it up. Like, we'd come in, they'd have, signs,
It looked like a true race.
Oh,
was
yeah.
Up,
they would have the chairs set up. We'd come.
Because this was an unsanctioned kind of race.
Bro,
but
Kyle went.
It was as big of a production.
Dude, he went all out on production for this thing.
Yeah.
He probably spent over $100,000.
And on top of that, raising money, he put 150 in.
$50,000 raising money for cancer.
And then Drake donated
like $200K
I think,
or something, or $150K. Yeah, absolutely insane. But yeah, aid stations were set up incredible. Remember the first aid station? We got there, bro, I kid you not. I think we were there for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Coach Matt, all right, get up, here we go, let's go. And we're all like, what the fuck?
Just got here.
We just got right.
Yeah.
But we're lucky that he did that because
don't want to get too comfortable.
Can't get too comfortable, right?
Tighten up, get your mind out of it. Yeah.
But as the 100 miles went on, obviously they would be a bit longer.
You don't need as much support, or aid at the first few. It's just get a few things, get going, keep going. Yeah. And then you went through the night. It was, I guess, 100 miles. So I remember watching from home on this stream, and the clips would come out, and I don't know, it was pretty funny. Just you never really have seen this, because if you're watching a Moab or certain things, I guess Cocodona kind of has a live stream, but you never really get to see how things are going live, especially the moving. It's literally right in front of you. You're looking dead on at you guys, and you're all mic'd up, and you can hear everything that's going on. So being somebody who's done that distance of stuff, it was cool to just tap in every half an hour or hour and see where you're at, and the mindset you're at, and knowing what's coming. And you guys are high energy at the start, and then I remember Kyle saying, "Oh, Andy, this is going to be hell. The night's going to be hell. Are we fucked?"
Dude, it was such a dude. There was just so many ups, downs through it.
And while this time you got thousands and thousands of people watching live. It's not like you just got a few, tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, I remember there was
live.
A clip of, if someone clipped it, but the chat was "Where the fuck's Brad?" And bro, at this time, I forget what mile it was. Bro, I was going through it, going through it. And like, I remember I could hear them up there like, yo, where the fuck's Brad? Remember? I just fucking
Dug deep.
Yeah, go like this and come on, Brad, let's go, motherfucker. And I just fucking talk to myself and I fucking run up. I'm like, yeah, I'm here, motherfucker. Like, and then I'm back in it, you know, like, but yeah, I think my favorite part about the entire 100 mile, one of my favorite parts was, dude, nature shits, man.
Yeah, I remember that was a big one. You guys had the RL camp for that too. They brought it out.
Oh yeah, dude, the nature shits were so freeing. Just fucking running into the bushes, not having to drop the pants, you get your wet wipes. Just fucking, it's fucking shit in nature. That it was like
it's an aha moment.
Aha moment. I've never done nature shits before.
Huh?
And just being able to crouch down behind a bush and just let it out.
Opens up a whole new world.
Oh yeah, and then you get out, you're like, wow, all right, and then you get back into the running, and it was kind of cool how we like would always like coordinate, like, all right, top of the mile, like let's stop and piss or some shit.
Yeah.
But they loaded us up on the front end, so like, bro, we were peeing like a lot.
Yeah, you don't want to get in a hole with that. Try and stay on top of it.
Yeah, and like
you're eating like a
full box of Rice Krispies.
Rice
Krispies. I can't even look at Rice Krispies right now, to be honest, after that swim too. But they did a great job of fueling us.
Yeah.
Very on it. Like,
well, Matt's obviously got a lot of experience doing, especially that road style ultra where it's that type of. So
yep,
that's awesome.
Coach
he was there
Matt,
for you.
Absolutely crushed as a coach and as a leader. Same with crew chief Rob that he brought.
Yeah.
Rob is beast. He has the record in Antarctica, 100-mile record. And it was just awesome, like, running with these guys, bro. Like, these guys are fucking beasts. And, like, having Rob next to me while I'm hurting and having him just kind of talk to me and, like, you got this, Brett. Like, it would just fucking fire me the fuck up. And, like, I think I had my first, like, moment of purpose, why the fuck am I even doing this, was I think around like mile 80.
Yeah. Well, and every mile past 31 would have been a PR.
Was a PR. Yeah. Yep.
Every step
was a fucking PR after 31. It was nuts. But it was almost like getting to mile 50, and then once you hit 50, it was like
countdown,
mm-hmm. Right? But even just like, I remember at mile 34 aid station, I came out of that aid station, I was like, because, I know why. What happened was, so there was actually no stream during this time. It was like mile like 23 or so, like mile like 34. There was no stream there because there was no side of the road. It like cut off.
Oh yeah.
So we had no music, nothing. And we couldn't run in a pack. We had to run single file. Yeah. Dude, for like 10 miles, we weren't talking, nothing. It was just silent running. Sucked ass. Like, that might have been like the worst part. Like, no music, no vibes. Like, it was horrible, and it started like hurting, and like started getting colder out too. And then I remember after that aid station, it was hard to get back into that running. But obviously, we get back into the flow, and But I would say mile 80, it might have been like 5 a.m, and like through the night, dude.
It's tough.
No, I wasn't even say it was, bro. I fucking ripped I saved my happy pill for like nighttime shift. Bro, ripped the happy. They were playing EDM hour. EDM.
You're just, I was caught a pocket then.
Caught a pocket right next to the speaker, and I was cooking. Like, felt amazing.
Because usually night times when everything, like, the energy dies, and it's, you go to a darker
3 to 5
place.
Yeah. Dude, I was a rock star. I felt awesome. But then it was like mile 80 where it all like
early morning, still dark.
5:30 a.m. I think it might have been. Dude, it caught up to me. And dude, a lot of what I do is, for my parents, my family, my parents have worked their asses off to set me up for success in my life. And, one of my goals is to retire them. And a lot of what I do is for them, and like continue to just like lead through my actions to inspire them. Like, my mom put on some weight, over like 2 years ago or so. And then I told her like, yo, just start walking every day. I'll repost it, like post it on Instagram. I'll repost it. Like, and for the last like 2 years, she's already lost like 20 pounds or so from just like doing daily walks when she stopped working out. She used to be a workout person. Yeah. Stopped working out and stuff, let life take over. And then she got back into walking. And like, that's something that is fucking amazing. Like, my dad, I would say in the last like couple years, I've just had like a lot of health issues. So he hasn't been able to work out as much, but you know, he's now back on the bike, like doing like a minimum, like just stationary bike. Yeah. Doing like 10 miles a day. He has like back problems. He had catheter in his system for like 2 years because he had bladder issues. And it, honestly, like, as you know, the youngest son, like, it was hard. Honestly, it was sad to see, and I think a lot of that inner motivation has definitely rooted from seeing that. Honestly, but he's back to, you know, being on the bike, and you know, even like for the swim, like, you know, we swam 13.1 miles. I remember he texted me, he's like, because you did that, I was hurting that mile like 8 on the bike today, but I ended up doing 13.1. I'm like, fuck yeah. And then even my older brothers, like my middle brother Darren did the Rocky Half Marathon with me. Obviously, I fucking smoked him, but it was cool to see him go out there. And then my oldest brother Brandon, who's been heavy his whole life, he's been on I feel like a 1.5, 2 year like lock-in fitness journey. He's dropping weight. Like, I think he just hit like 230 pounds or something. And he's a low of all time. He sent me a fucking Strava. He ran 6 miles the other day.
Let's go.
Like, seeing shit 10K? Like that, and seeing, you know, there's definitely a direct correlation to the actions that I'm doing. See my family like taking action. Like, that's all I can ask for, you know? And even my friends now are starting up, like my best friends from home. We've been athletes our whole life growing up. Like, there's a core 6 of us. Fucking love them to death. Always been by my side. Always fucking supportive of everything that I do. My biggest fucking cheerleaders. And obviously outside my parents and, you know, my brothers and everything. But like, dude, now they're signing up for High Rocks. And like, I remember I fucking texted them today. And I was like, you see this? Oh, well, I haven't got into it, but like, yeah, I'll get into it. But anyways, I was fired up, like, just seeing.
Text something that you did today.
Yeah, but it's cool to see that the actions that I'm putting in are actually motivating and inspiring people. That's ultimately what my purpose has been and why I even started social media and content in the first place.
Well, even like, I can attest to everywhere you go, like, somebody will come up to you, kick the sheets, or like, you know, shake one photo with you, or say you inspired them to kick the sheets, get going. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's you know,
and it's usually like younger guys, like college age guys.
Kids, yeah. And that's exactly, you know, I truly want to be a leader for Gen Z, and just got to keep leading by example and taking action on everything. But it was mile 80, and dude, it was Escalade drove by, and all I hear is, "Let's go, Brad. You got this." And it was my fucking dad at mile 80.
And you weren't expecting.
Dude, I thought I was going to see him at the finish line.
Yeah.
Like, I was waiting to let it all out at the finish line. Same with my mom. Bro, he says that shit at mile 80. It's on my Instagram, bro. I lose my shit. I had to run away from I ran it all the way in front of the group. Like, I ran all the way in front of them and just started fucking bawling my eyes out. And it just, again, it reminded me of my purpose, my reason, my why, of like, even why I was doing something like 100 miles, and like, it just all fucking hit me at mile 80. And then mile 90, I was back to normal, got light out. And then it was like the last aid station at mile like 93. And then the last 8 miles was the hardest thing I ever done in my life. And like, bro,
every step's just hell.
But dude, mile 93, aid station. I love my mom, but like, she's a lot, right? And she's never been a part of something like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So put yourself in my shoes, okay? It's mile 93, hit the aid station, I'm fired up. Pull up to the aid station. Bro, again, I wanted her to be at the finish line. Didn't need her being part of the race. I just wanted her to be at the finish line. See, mile 93 sign goes like this, and it's my fucking mom behind the mile 93 sign. I'm like, what the fuck? Right? Dude, I'm 93 miles in. I'm hobbling. My mom fucking jumps on me. I like fall forward. I stand up and I freak the fuck out. I'm like, get her the fuck away from me right now. Again, it was just, bro, I'm in a state of like,
You're trying to get finished.
I'm trying to finish this shit. Like, I haven't finished it yet.
It's not done yet.
You jump on me. I can't even feel my fucking legs, Mom. Again, I love her to death, but it was just, she's never been a part of it. Yeah. She said, oh, and then she's trying to get like videos, and I'm like, yo, like, someone please like pull her away right now. Like this cannot happen. I am in the zone of like very chill, calm, relaxed, like
trying to finish
finish it so
home
fucking
stretch,
close.
yeah.
Yeah, so I was a bit riled up after that. But the last 8 miles, hardest 8 miles of my life. Crew Chief Rob, who mapped everything out, purposely put a fucking like 4-mile hill at the end of this fucking 100 miles.
To the Red Rock.
Horrible. To the point where it broke me down bad as an individual. Every step hurting. Like, again, I was going to finish. There was no doubt in my mind. But, like, I was in so much pain. I just started crying so much. Like,
well, I think, like, if people haven't done stuff like this, it's easy to, like, look at and judge from the outside. But when you're in something like this, and if you're doing this level of stuff, it's not externally motivated. You're not doing it for likes or views. It's like you're putting your body through hell, like, a lot of the times in dangerous situations, or, like, it's all intrinsically motivated, right? And it's different for everybody, but those emotions you have, sometimes you can't control them. They just come up, you know? Like, you've been living through basically like a month's worth of experiences of, like, how I explain it is, if a pro athlete trains 20 hours a week or whatever, or however long it is, if you do a long race like this or however many miles it is, you're going through like a month's worth of, or like at least a couple weeks worth of like training and life all in one form or short period of time, right? Like, you get all the emotions of highs and lows, and it's like all this is built up, and now you're at the end, or you see like an emotional situation like that, just like things bubble up, you can't even help it. I know, like, from the outside looking in, it might be like, oh, what, pussy, quit crying, like, go fucking run. But it's like, sometimes you just can't help it, dude.
I couldn't help it, bro, because it really, this was like my Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
When you see athletes win a Super Bowl, bro, they're crying because they know all of the hard work leading up to that, like, moment. It was now, like, they're living, like, their dream as, like, a little kid. Like, for me, this felt like my Super Bowl.
Olympians or, like,
or
anything,
Olympians,
yeah.
anything, right?
Yeah.
Like, these big fucking moments. And I knew this was going to be such a monumental moment in my life. And I knew that there was going to be such a massive impact on society in such a positive way. And just knowing that these actions, when I crossed that fucking finish line, was going to have that impact, I started losing my shit, bro. Like, I couldn't hold it in. And just knowing, like, all the people back home in Bucks County that were watching, tuning in, that were, you know, cheering me on, to my parents being at the finish line, to just like my friend, like, it just.
And I think it's, you're living true to your motto. You're not just talking about it like some motivational speakers or things. They all have the story and this and that. But they don't live it, right? And you're actually putting in the daily
proof.
deposits to live it, you know, taking the steps and making it happen.
Yeah, and that's why I just broke down. It all built up and then when I start crying, I start fucking
going hard.
Going hard and running and pushing through. And then it was such a cool moment at the very end because, dude, every step I took, I was in the worst pain, bro. Kyle, Justin, and Caleb, and Cole was fine too. He was up, but, like, bro, Mark was going through, like, asthma shit the whole time, like, battling fucking demons from, like, mile, like, 30, bro. I give Mark Zagota so much credit, dude. He fucking grinded that shit out. I'm like,
well, I know also you did, like, it can be something that's overlooked, but, like, Cole Breck is a lot taller than you, and think about, it doesn't mean that take anything away from him, but you do have more steps in a whole 100 miles than somebody taller like that, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
So it's like, it just, things weigh on people a bit differently, you know?
Yeah.
Different,
like,
builds, different makeups.
Yeah, and even just, like, bro, Kyle was such a beast, dude.
Yeah, he was
like,
sick during it.
At the end, bro, him, Justin, and Caleb, and, like, Colt, bro, those four were absolute dogs. And I fell back. I was, like, really far behind. And, bro, it's like the final stretch. I kid you not. Okay. Out of nowhere. At this point, I'm just, like, walking. Like, kind of power walking. It hurts to fucking run.
Yeah.
And, dude, out of nowhere, mile, like, I think it was 98, maybe 99. Dude, I see someone screaming, running towards me. Bro, it's my fucking brother, Darren, who's wearing a fucking Kick the Sheet shirt. He's like, come on, Brad, the chat's asking for you. We got to catch up to those guys. Let's go. I'm like, bro, I start losing it, crying. Like, oh my God. Now Darren's here. He's like, I'm going to help you. We're going to put, I'm like, bro, this motherfucker got me to turn the fucking jets on and go into a fucking turbo mode and catch the fucking guys. I might have been running at a 7:20 pace in so much fucking pain, giving everything I got to fucking catch up to the guys to fucking finish with them.
Probably ass chafe, blistered, just all of it.
Body fucked up. Pushed through it. Caught up to them. Finished. Cried. Let it out. Got wheelchaired up to fucking to the hotel room. Had to have assistance in the shower. I was like, okay, it looks like I probably won't be running for 4 to 6 months. I probably have stress fractures. Can't feel my legs. Can't feel my feet. I wake up the next day, going to sauna and a hot tub.
Just start to get things moving a little bit.
Legs came back to life. Less than 48 hours after the 100 miles, in the fucking gym with the whole crew hitting chest.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 or 5 days later, back to running. Psycho.
Body's resilient, dude.
And
but it's cool to think that like you wouldn't know what it's capable of or how it even recover from something like that unless you took the chance and did it, or like, you know, those 6 months or 4 or 5 months earlier, unless on that one phone call you said, yeah, I'm going to do it. I think a lot of these goals just start with it's literally just a booking of a flight or a pressing of the computer button, like book that race, book that whatever it is, right? And then you're forced to, well, the date's coming, it's counting down, so may as well make a plan, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the best way to start these things is just book it. Or if you're doing an unsanctioned one, you can just go. Just say, tomorrow's the day, I'm going.
Yeah. I just remember after Vegas, I get back and I'm depressed.
Oh, yeah, I've had that.
Dude, I was like so depressed. I was.
Well, dude, you're living on this, like, this is like probably one of the best moments of your life, you know?
Yeah.
You're living the highs, the most like dopamine and everything. And then, you know, it's all, and two, I will say how you guys did it is very rare. Having, like, you can run an ultra marathon and there'll be a lot of people around, this, that, but you might only run with a person or two maybe on the trail and then you get broken up, or like, depends how long the race is, like, but like a Moab or something, you'll be alone for a lot of it, right? To have 6 of you guys running all together for the whole thing and all finishing, like having that camaraderie the whole time. And I know you said that you like having that like team aspect of things, like you play team sports. That is like super rare to have that. So that was like really cool for me to see. And like, to be quite honest, I was like envious. I was like, oh, fuck, I wish I was there with the boys, like part of that shit. So it was like, it was cool to see that for you guys. For sure.
Yeah, it was a full team effort, you know, because some of us would be feeling down. Others would be feeling up. It's just like in team sports, like you pick each other up.
Yeah. And
again, like Coach said, like, bro, I played team sports my whole life, and I love being part of a team, and I love being able to be a leader too. And you know, it was special to be able to have, like, I can call those guys like some of my best friends now too. Like going through something like that, fucking crazy. All together, the training, leading up to it, to then actually doing it, sticking to a plan. Fucking giving that prep everything that we had, and then to go and actually do the thing. It was awesome. You know, so much confidence has been boosted. I'm already super confident. That just took it to a whole nother level. It, you know, taught me now, like even in business, like Kyle said, like set a deadline, come up with a plan, go and fucking execute.
But you can see how going from that to now a home, even though Nick's here and some stuff's happening, it's like the weight and the magnitude of what happened, everything's died down. Yeah. And now you're alone at night and thinking about it and like reliving. It's like,
And then, dude, I just remember I was like, all right, I feel like I need a new challenge.
Yeah.
So fucked
well, dude, that's
up.
the thing. You're in the middle of it. You're like, fuck this. Dude. I never want to do this again. And you finish and you have a shower and a good sleep. You wake up like, I'm addicted.
I'm addicted to this
I
shit.
need it.
Fucking need it. And then I remember
now that's like your baseline. So you want,
Yeah. And then I remember I put up an IG story. And I was like, what kind of challenge you guys want to see me do next? Because I was like,
for your 24-hour stream. And
yeah, for like stream for February, right? Because now it's like January 25th now, 6th. And I'm like, I got to think of something. Dude, the amount of people that's put in swim. I was like, all right. It's like February is going to be a fucking swim
Which I don't
challenge.
know if people comment and know how hard a 24-hour swim is, but
Well, no, they just said swim.
for 20,
I was then like, all right, like 24 hours swim. Like, just that's where my mind goes to. And then,
you committed to it?
yeah, then committed to it. And luckily, I ran into Coach Nick at Zoo Culture. He came up to me, complimented the 100 miles, got to know him, got to hear his resume of all the races that he's done. And then I was like, yo, you want to start swimming tomorrow? He was like, yeah, sure.
Got goggles in the bus?
Yeah, he had goggles on the bus. He had a swim cap for me. We got a 24-hour fitness fucking membership the next day.
Could stream in there, yeah.
And we went to the fucking pool literally the next day.
That was fun.
After we met, we went to the pool the next day.
Yeah.
That's how wild
Yeah,
is that?
Brad's like, when should we start training? I'm like, well, when's the event? He's like 2.5 weeks. I said, well, you should have started training years ago, but we got tomorrow probably.
And I was like, all right, bet. I wasn't like, all right, yo, well, bro, it's nice meeting you. We'll link up next week. I was like,
it was before the
that's like
Super Bowl. I met him, and then he went to Super Bowl, and then came back. And as soon as he came back, we met again, and it was like, okay, when should we start? But yeah, it was like,
well,
yeah, I'm down. But you were saying like, yeah, you want help? Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
I was
go.
like, bro, like, I'm being dead ass. Like, if you actually want to do this, like, I'm gonna commit these next 2.5 weeks to like going all out on training, and then you can how was that experience?
Yeah, well, the thing, like the challenge Brad set, when he told me how he was planning to do it originally, he's like, yeah, I was just going to, show up at the pool and swim it. I was like, oh, have you ever swam before? He's like, I mean, when was the last time you swam?
Dude, I got swimming lessons when I was like 3.
He's 25 now, so, a little hiatus, but yeah, so basically when we first started this, it was like, what's the goal? Is it 24 hours swimming? Do you want to go a certain distance? So we kind of talked about it a bit, but I was like, first, I got to just see your baseline, like where you're at. So like go to the pool, and I was like, basically just like try and do like freestyle across the pool. And like, I mean, it was honestly better than I thought it was. You're an athlete.
I'm a fucking athlete, coach.
But like obviously there's things to tweak. And again, I'm not an Olympic level swimmer, but I've had a lot of experience doing like ultra distance swimming, which is like a very niche thing that is what you were trying to do, right? Is a longer distance swimming. It's not like for speed and for wall flips and turns. It's like a very niche kind of, expertise, I guess. So yeah, we basically just started with like working on your form on like the dry land, and for swimming you have to put together like your streamline position, which is like you want to be the most efficient gliding through the water, the least amount of drag, and you have to focus on your breathing without like kinking your head up and dropping your hips and keeping your lower back like pelvic tucked, and you have to work on your kicks and then your strokes, and it was like you're putting all these different pieces together. So we did a lot of like dry land stuff with Brad, and then we basically just would work on, he had the physical endurance. He just ran the 100 miles, so he's like a good base of fitness, like cardiovascularly, but he just didn't have the technique. So I mean, with 2 weeks left, it was like he's not going to get fitter from swimming per se. He's already fit enough to do this challenge, I think. It was just like working on technique every day. So yeah, we just go to the pool and work on his front freestyle, and then we also mixed in breaststroke, and I kind of equated it to him like your freestyle would be like running during the 100 miles, and your breaststroke is like the walking, where you're still like moving forward, but it's less of an effort stroke, and you can kind of have an active recovery.
Lived in the breaststroke
during the challenge.
I think I did it for like 5 hours.
Yeah, during the challenge at points, and we can talk about it, but he stopped doing the freestyle and then just went straight to breaststroke. But yeah, it was basically just 2 weeks, and during this time, his crew and team is figuring out where we're going to do this, and we're trying to do it at 24-hour fitness or an outdoor pool, and then ended up Crowhawk, one
Shout
of the mediators off Twitch.
Shout out Crowhawk.
He found the house, and then his one of his sponsors, Legends Casino, hooked up the funding for the old Clout House, where like in full circle, like where NELK used to live when they first moved out to LA, and kind of like Banks and FaZe and all them. So it was like super cool to now have this house, the Hollywood sign for the pool in the backdrop. And I remember walking up there that day, take the elevator up, like house in the hills. It's like, holy shit, like it's real now. We're making it happen. Got the 2-camera live stream going, have the IRL set up.
It was legit.
And then, we basically figured out it was an 80-foot pool, so just under 25 meters. So to hit, we figured out Brad wanted to do 13.1 miles, so half marathon swimming. It was like a marketable distance in 24 hours. So my job then was figuring out, like, if I was to do this for my training and swimming, I'd swim it straight, but that wasn't our goal here. Our goal here for Brad was to utilize his whole 24 hours to do this. So we, like, partitioned out how many strokes he'd have to do to make it in that time. It was 866 lengths, so down 1, back 2, down 3, back 4, 866 times. And, we basically just would do, like, freestyle down 25 meters, take a little break, come back, take a break, down, break, back, break, and then he'd switch to breaststroke. And then we'd do that for 50 meters, break, 50 meters, break. So it's just like, and the term we use is drops in a bucket.
Drops in the bucket.
Drops in a bucket.
Yeah,
this
I
isn't.
fucking love that. Drops in the fucking bucket.
Yeah, this wasn't like
drops in the fucking bucket.
This wasn't a.
Bill, just stack.
Yeah, this wasn't an event where you're trying to like jam this in as quick, do it as fast as possible. It's literally like you have a bucket, and by the 24 hours, you'd want it full of water, and you're doing it one drop at a time, one drop, one length at a time, one length, one length, one length. And each time we'd go down and back, I would hit the live counter that popped up on the live stream of Twitch. And it's like, it feels like rewarding, you know? You're counting, you're clicking up. And like I said, it's like you're 100 miles. And then once we hit, 433, then you start counting back down.
Yep.
And I like to think with these ultra endeavors, you start with like a ton of energy, but you have no momentum because you're like at zero. And then as your energy dies throughout a race, your momentum starts to build, and like what's driving you and motivating you starts to flip from like hype in the start to now you're like, holy, I'm 10 miles in. I'm like, we only got 3 left, 3.1, And then we started having, and this is the stuff that like a lot of the endeavors I've done has been solo, or if I do have crew around, it's like everybody's supporting, but still just me in the water. And in some of mine, I have had a lot of support, which has been awesome, but like my cycles across Africa, and so it's just me there. So everything that happens, it's just, you arrive upon it yourself. Like the happiness, you have to just kind of experience yourself. But with this swim, Brad invited like a ton of people, all the people from the Zoo Culture Gym that he had introduced me to over this past month and like few weeks. And they were getting out and doing laps in the pool, and once one person would leave, another one would show up and get it in. He had NFL player Jared Verse of the LA Rams out there, got in the pool at the end, and like just all sorts of people. Nick came out, Narcina, and all. Yeah, it was awesome. I was smiling the whole time. Brad would be
so happy.
Brad,
I've never seen someone so excited about like swimming.
dude,
I'm not used to this. He's like, I'm literally not used to this. I'm used to doing this shit, but just I'm by myself.
Yeah, like when I would do that distance for training, dude, I'd literally just show up in the pool and swim for 7 hours straight, just back and forth, just me in the pool. So it was like a privilege to have all these people, and like I'm giving stroke tips to different people, and like Brad also shaved Aqua Brad this mutton chop beard. So every time I look at him, bro, I'd be dying. He's like, oh man, I'm fucking dying here. I just can't take him. I was dying, bro. I was just laughing the whole time.
Yeah, but that was such a fun experience.
And then, shout out this kid, Matt Fisher, came out to do a few laps. And other guys did like this, but Matt took it to the next level. He never swam before, and he ended up doing 11 miles. Just back and forth.
Overnight.
Yeah, he stayed. Insane. At one point, it was like everybody else was sleeping or gone. It was just 3 of us in the pool going back and forth. And it was like, it's cool to spend those like moments, and just the little things in those endeavors, like, oh, we gotta do 100 bangers, 100 meters back and forth, then we get our mac and cheese, and you come up and like, Brad's just gonna make me shit, or like you're just like, it's just those like funny little moments, dude. You remember, and it's like, it was a privilege to be a part of. And then, like you said, we finished it off, and
then we had to
Atlanta the next morning. But what was like.
Yeah.
I know you were really worried before that, wondering if it was going to be harder than the 100 miles. And I think obviously it's not as impactful pounding like on your body, everything. But like, how was it mentally wise, or was it what you expected, or was it a bit different? Or
I think it was just a matter of like being in the pool for that long.
We literally he shit once, so he left the pool one time in 24 hours.
Yeah, at hour like 20, I got out
for like 5 minutes.
But I think, dude, because we had people in there like the whole time, it kind of was like,
It's fun.
Kind of fun. It was fun. Like at the same time,
And the stream's going. You're talking to stream.
Yeah, but at the same time, it like I remember during it, I was like, bro, this sucks ass. Like, when the fuck is this gonna be over? And you just know, coach would be like, all right, let's go, because again, we're trying to.
Yeah, I had to keep him on time because also like Brad was managing, like the people are there and you're trying to keep it like content and like entertaining for the stream and like the hundreds of people watching. But it's also like, all right, if you want to make this time limit that you set and you don't want anybody to be able to talk and yap at you after, like, we gotta go. Yeah. So I would just like start swimming and Brad would, oh fuck, I gotta go.
And then I would go. But I mean, overall, like obviously it hurt way more doing the 100-miler just on my body. Honestly, I felt kind of fine after the half marathon swim. But again, I'm just someone where if I go out and say I'm going to do something, I'm just not going to quit, and I'm going to keep going until I hit that fucking goal. And that was my mindset with this swim. So I knew no matter what, I was going to finish this.
Like I say, it was probably an unrealistic goal for a lot of people, right? But it just goes to show, like, if you have the will, you're going to find a way, you know?
100%. And then, like, right after, we went to Atlanta, pushed Crippling Drew. All hail. Shout out Coach Nick for coming in at, like, mile, 7 and helping pace us to crack a 2-hour half marathon pushing him, which was sick. That was awesome, bro. He came in, held the stream, held content. Like,
got yelled at. I didn't have a bib, so
yeah,
got yelled at. But you know, for the stream, gotta do it. Yeah, Drew's funny as hell, bro. he's a jokester.
Awesome.
He's
awesome.
I'm
gonna keep doing stuff with Drew and the Limitless Foundation. There's definitely gonna be big things in the future. Just gotta map it out of what exactly that's gonna be, but. You know, he also is someone that has that similar mindset that I have, and
no excuses, dude. No excuses, yeah.
And then brings us to today. You know, I was supposed to run the
LA half marathon, full marathon,
the LA marathon, and I go to pick up the bib with Coach yesterday, and I forgot to register my name in the system. I'm an idiot, and wasn't able to run it. You know, we could have ran it.
Bib banded it, just like
bib banded it. But I don't want I don't want to get in trouble. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
So I brought up the coach. I was like, yo, coach, we're still doing a fucking marathon tomorrow. Let's do an unsanctioned marathon and let's still try to crack 3:30, like pace me.
Around the block. There's a mile and a half just over loop. We're gonna run it.
And we just run this loop. And then I get a fucking
at this
DM.
point, dude, Brad's carb loading, so he's just trying to shove as many bags of pasta in him as possible.
Ripping bags of pasta.
Yes.
And
bloated as can be, bro.
Next thing you know, I get a DM from my buddy Eli, who also has done Moab 240.
Yeah, I ran Eli Wiebe. I ran Moab 240 with him the past couple of years, and we ran with David Goggins and stuff. So
Eli DMs me and is like, yo, you should like come run in the mountains or
like trail run.
And I'm like, I've never trail run before. It would be sick to do a marathon for my first trail run. Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. So I get on a call with him. He tells me that he has 17 miles that I'll crank with him. Then after the 17, me, Coach, my guy Ryan over here too, we'll just keep going.
Yeah.
And then, so I committed to that last night. Started to kind of freak out and panic. He was like,
he was panicking.
I was panicking bad.
So am I fucked?
I was like, am I fucked? Like, dude, I've never done trail running. Like, it's running on rocks and terrain, and you're fucking climbing steep incline and running down.
Eli pushes the pace. He's quick.
And Eli fucking pushes, right? And then, you know what happens? We fucking wake up this morning, kick the fucking sheets, 5:15 a.m.
Hop in the bus,
go to the fucking trail, and about 14 miles in, my right knee starts fucking hurting.
Up until this point, though, Brad's loving it.
Oh, I'm loving it.
He's saying, it's just amazing. Seeing the ocean, like, over Santa Monica and the hills.
You're in the mountains. Like, you're just looking at mountains and shit. Like, I'm like, bro, this feels like a fucking movie.
It's literally like the Apple TV, like, pause
Background,
screens when they have the drones going. It's literally like one of those shots.
Yeah, and leading up to, like, right before 14 miles, I'm good. I'm chilling. And then, dude, I don't know if it was from, like, running, like, down a hill fast and, like, not properly, like, I don't know if I stepped on something.
He also, I didn't have trail shoes, right? But
yeah. But, dude, my knee just started fucking killing me every step that I was taking. And I thought I was going to have to just call quits at mile 17. Because, like, in my head at this point, I'm like, look, I said I was going to run a trail run half marathon. If I call quits at mile 17.
Trail run full marathon.
Or, yeah, trail run full marathon. If I call quits at mile 17, like, dude, at least I did fucking 17 miles on the trail for my first run. Like,
that's good.
People can talk their shit, whatever. Like, oh, you said you're going to do a marathon and you only did 17. Like, bro, it's still fucking, that's hard shit. That's good shit, right? And, dude, so finally hit, like, mile, like, 16 and a half. And at this point, Coach Nick and Ryan are already, like, all the way ahead. They already did the 17 miles with Eli. Eli, like, cooked on the second half of this run. So he left. Ryan and Coach Nick come back to get me, and I can either go, like, left and go down a trail that brings us back to the bus. We could pack it up and go home.
Yeah, half-mile away.
Or you go to the right, and it's game time. We're doing a fucking marathon. And, of course, you know, these guys are fucking psychos, and, you know, they want the best of me, right? They want to fucking push me to my fucking limits. Like, Brad, we're doing the marathon. We're going this way. And I was like, all right, here we go. Took some ibuprofen, and off we went. And about when we hit mile 20, I look at these guys, and I'm on fucking autopilot cruise control at this point.
We're going downhill at this point.
We're going downhill, feeling fucking great. Bro, I look at these motherfuckers, I'm like, fucking marathon. Let's do a 50K fucking ultra. And
31 miles.
31 miles on the trail for my first ever trail run. And we end up cranking a 50K, 31 miles on the trail. First ever trail run.
It was hot today, too. Very hot. We're out there at least 7 hours on feet.
7 hours on feet. But
dude, again, it
was an eye-opening experience.
Yeah, but dude, again, it just, the people you meet on the trail, they'll be like moms or just like couples that, you know, they're keeping to themselves, and Brad goes, I got a shit. Is there a shitter up there? Got it. And this lady was just dying. Your friend's so funny. And then later we saw her again, and Brad's moving quick, moving lighter from that shit. Just people are just like dying. Like, he's talking to everybody. People are yelling, kick the sheets, even up in the mountains. Like, it was pretty sick.
Yeah. And then, but this was, you know, definitely an eye-opening experience for my first ever trail run to go do a 50K. Really opened my eyes. Trail running scared me, like, a lot. And now having this 31 miles, throwing myself into the fucking fire with it, and now doing a 50K, like, I feel like I'm ready to, I'm hooked. Like, I want to sign up for a 100-mile trail run, 200-mile trail run.
You got the trail bug.
Got the trail bug now. Because
it's more of it, like, road running is awesome, and there's a time and place, but for me personally, I like it because it's more of like an adventure. It's not like, oh, I got to go out and do this workout. It's like, I just got to make it up that mountain, and like, that's the adventure, right? And then it's the method's running. So it feels more like you're less like looking at your watch. It's more just enjoying it.
Dude, I wasn't even looking at my watch. I would just hear it buzz when I hit a mile.
And we did like ran on the flats, the slight inclines and the downhills, and then the steep stuff, we just power hike up.
Power hike,
but yeah, Brad was taking videos. He was having a ball, dude.
Having a blast.
Hitting the roller coasters. And like.
But, yeah, it was a great experience today. I'm honestly cooked.
Yeah, we mucked, I mucked 60 rolls of sushi after.
Yeah, dude.
We had a big feed up. Yeah.
Big fucking feast.
But here I want to bring in just quick, Ryan, pop in here. This guy, and I'm going to do a podcast with him.
You want to talk to him? I kind of got a shit. Or actually, no.
We'll finish it quick. Yeah. I'm just pop your head in quick. This is Ryan Keeping. I'm going to do a full podcast with him next week, but he was in Arizona last night. Just came down as another Canadian from Nova Scotia. He came down here just to meet people, do more training, like try and find like-minded people, kind of much like what I did myself. Yeah, he sent him a DM right before Brad went to bed. I didn't even know. Brad went to bed, and guess why he was scrolling in bed? He sent him a DM, said, yo, can we go running tomorrow? Can I join you? Guy drove overnight, no sleep, 6 hours overnight, got there at like 4 a.m, waited.
I didn't even know you were going to answer, to be honest. I was watching the UFC fights, and you answered.
Oh, you didn't think I was going to answer?
Well, I was like 50-50. I'm like, hey, he might answer. So I'm watching the UFC fights, and you respond, and I'm like, oh, fuck.
It's going down.
So I'm like,
you thought like, I'll just send the message and see what
well, I was just shooting it out there. I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool opportunity. If he answers, I'll go. And then you respond it, and I'm like, okay, that's 6 hours. Let's go.
Drove overnight, got there at 4 a.m. We showed up at 6:45. Yeah, so for the trail run time, he did all the miles. But his resume, he's ran across Canada from east to west, the full country. Took how many days?
98.
98 days.
50 miles.
Yeah, like every day.
75K, so like, 40 something. What's this?
Yeah,
47
miles every day for 98 straight days.
Yeah, shit was hard.
And then he's also now got the world record for the circumnavigation of Iceland. So it's 14 days. What was it?
14 days, 13 hours, 38 minutes. We
So
did that in September.
Yeah, wicked dude to know. For 2 kilometers.
Like 1,400 kilometers.
That'd be like.
Well, 1,390.
How many miles were you running a day? I don't know kilometers.
I was running like close to 100K, like 95.
That'd be like
average.
So that'd be like 60 miles.
A day?
Yeah.
14?
It was like, well, my strategy was a minimum of 90K or 16 hours. So like if I was feeling good and I could get to say 100 by 16 hours, I'd cut it then. But if I was like below and I didn't hit 90, I keep going. So I think my longest day was like 18. Yeah. And then you can't really sleep because you're just.
And like through elements of, we're going to do a full podcast because we got like a lot of overlapping, especially being Canadians doing very similar stuff. He's doing Monster 300 in Arizona. I like we'll be racing Eli and stuff coming up here, but.
And I'm sure we'll be doing a 200 miler before the end of the year. What do you think?
But just wanted to give him his props so people knew who Ryan was, that he wasn't just some local or something. That he drove 6 hours to come do this.
Yeah, no, you boys are legends and fucking awesome to meet you guys. And
yeah,
I'm sure we'll be.
Literally just met him this morning.
I'm sure we'll be doing some crazy runs in the future for sure.
100%, bro. Just the fact that Ryan fucking drove 6 hours overnight just the fact that Ryan drove 6 hours overnight to go run a 50K on the trails is
with people he's never met.
With people that he's never met is actually
sleeping out of his car.
Sleeping in his car. Fucking bizarre. So you have my respect, sir. Yeah, Ryan, you got my respect, brother.
Okay, man.
You're gonna leave Nick hanging.
But yeah, we can just wrap this up here.
Yeah.
But I appreciate Brad for all the opportunities he's given me, and bringing bringing everybody together, and for everything that he's involved me in, and looking forward to things going forward and the friendship we built. And yeah, just proud of you, dude. You've done a lot the past few weeks, so it's been cool to witness. So.
Thank you. Yeah, guys, shout out Coach Nick. Like I said in the beginning of the podcast, he's such a good person, has such an incredible resume of things that he's done, and I just feel blessed that he was able to, put the time in to help me with these different endeavors. But it's definitely just the beginning for our relationship, and just excited for what's to come in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, so
yeah,
that's it.
I think you're a good example of, like we were talking about today. People want the perfect situation or all this. You just fucking went.
No right time.
You just went and did it.
Yeah.
With your first trail run 50.
Yeah, we were both saying it's not like you think it's that normal.
Impressive.
Like it's not.
That's like everyone could fucking do that. Like everyone can go out and.
We're both saying it'd be tough, dude.
I don't know, man.
I guess I don't know. Then what's good with my mind or some shit?
Yeah, you're strong mentally.
If anything, it's kind of a good thing that you don't think it's crazy because you'll just keep pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's good.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Is that good?
It's good, yeah. I think it's great because you don't have limits, right? Lots of people self-impose limits on themselves,
Bro, people can do that.
Yeah, but a lot of times
you
they
actually
don't.
Think if I went?
It depends on the person, 100%, and what they've done before.
Okay, Nick Naracina.
Yeah.
If I was like, yo, you got to come do a 31-mile trail.
Nick is different, though, because Nick has proven that he can build a YouTube channel up to over 1 million people. He's got a drive, and I've done runs with Nick and lift. He's got something different in his brain. as well, you know? Like, he's not the normal person. I'm saying an average person off the street.
What about like Marlon?
I don't know Marlon's background or history too much. But we can try it. If you want to try it, I'm more than down to bring people out and try it. But I'm saying if you take your average person off the street, again, dude, Marlon's one of the biggest streamers in the world. Like, he's not an average person.
Like, all the people in your circle.
Yeah. If you pick a random person off the street who's not ran a 3-miler, I don't think they'll be able to do what you've done today.
Yeah, I was fucking impressed.
When I started trail running, or when I started running, period, coming from baseball, I would not have been able to do that. I can do it now, and it's different levels for people now, but I wouldn't.
I feel like I could have done 50 miles. I could have done 100 miles.
Well, that's the next one then.
Fuck.
That's good.
Got the bug.
Fuck. Well,
I gotta go shit.
Yeah, we're gonna go cold plunge. But dude, guys, last thing, tomorrow, or it'll be out now. Actually, this will come out. Sink or Swim is live now, man. This has been 6 years in the making. My documentary.
6 years.
Yeah, dude. The first year I attempted this was 2020. My swim across Okanagan Lake. First year failure, second year failure, year off, had broken foot, stress fracture, came back, got it done the third year, 1 year production, 2 years of the film festival. Out now on YouTube. Right now? Well, when this is out. First, a stream out tomorrow.
Yeah,
YouTube and the podcast is out now. Nick Pelletier, YouTube. It's called Sink or Swim. NP Adventure. Let's go. Keep her not so bad. Let's go. Yeah.
Was the camera
stream
rolling the whole time?
Yeah, hopefully. Watch tomorrow's stream. Let's go.